So there were many, many things that I had to learn, and I had to learn them on my own because I had no management. So the first thing I did was take to the streets and begin to door knock. And I have to tell you that the system that I've passed on to hundreds of thousands of people in all industries now is based on self-generated activity. Okay? It's based on the premise that we do hire and fire ourselves every day. It is up to us. And the thing that I'm most proud of is I have never really worked for somebody that said, you can only take a vacation the first 2 weeks in July. You want to watch? You have to wait till you're 65. If I wanted to watch, all I'd have to do is go out and pull in enough clients. I could buy 10 watches all the way up to my elbow. If I want to take 15 vacations or 2 vacations a year, like you, I can do it. But there's a high price for that freedom, gang, and you and I know what it is. It's self-discipline. And it's based on a system, and I want to give you this system today because literally it not only changed my life, but it's changed all my students and the people that work for me. One thing I will tell you, though, I learned this system the hard way through self-correction. So some of the how-tos that I'm going to give you come not only from successes, but they come from failures as well. So let's take a look at our first wonderful PowerPoint that my buddy Karen, who is such a creative lady on so many aspects, she offers such resources for all of you. You people have money. If they've got a great credit score, you've got money for them. They're buying $1 million houses today like we bought $25,000 houses in the 60s and 70s. So anyway, yeah, you're in a great market. But if your life is going to be dependent, whether it's refis or new loans, if it's going to be dependent on a strong economic cycle, you, in my opinion, are a short-term thinker. You're not going to build long-term customers. You're not going to build an underground referral business, people that can spread rumors about you behind your back that take away half of your prospecting energies because they believe in you so much, and they can get into circles of influence that you can't even touch, all based on their belief in you. That's not going to happen unless you know how to build that system. And this is what I had to learn the hard way, because in the beginning, why was I sales slumping? The same reason you were. I was waiting for things to get better. Or I was waiting for somebody to pick up the phone and say, hey, you look like an honest person. I want to do business with you. Hey, you stopped at my door yesterday, and I liked your style. Come on over and list. Or, as those folks in the real estate office were experiencing, the next walk-in, the next ad call, etc. So I was emotionally roller coastering. This is what happens when you're waiting. 1 week I thought, I got it made. I think I'm going to make a sale. Then that didn't fly. Everything fell through. The next week I'm depressed. I'm up, I'm down. The energy that it takes emotionally to be inconsistent is mind-boggling. Finally, I think I make a sale. In the old days, we had blackboards where you'd write your name on the board. So, of course, all of a sudden I'm arrogant, and I strut over to the blackboard, write my name on the board. People pat me on the stomach. They say, great job, Kennedy. And then I start pontificating. You know, sales is so easy, really. I don't know what I was thinking. These people love me. I'm going to make millions. You know, I go home, I say to the family, we're going to have a gourmet meal like you can't believe. They said, thank God. We haven't had a decent one in weeks. I opened up the ragu jar. I boiled the spaghetti. We had a feast. The next night at 5 o'clock, the cancellation call comes in. Now, I don't know what the men do, but I know what us gals do. We put on our filthy, dirty terry cloth robes. I call them the depression cloaks. Girls never wash them or they'll lose their morbidity. And we walk around and we go, I'm getting out of the money business. I hate it. And the family looks at you, well, yesterday I thought you were the queen or the king of this business, Then I had to go into the office in the old days and, of course, erase my name off the board. When I put my name on the board, nobody's there. I take it off, they're all there. Asking wonderful questions like, what happened? Did you qualify them? I mean, I was up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about slumps. Could there be anyone in the room today in a slump? Show of hands if anybody thinks they're in a bit of a slump. Oh, we have a few people here that are not in denial. This is fantastic. It's not cool to admit you're in a slump. Commission salespeople, everything is always great, unbelievable. You know, I mean, it's so funny. People would write their name on the board when they were doing well, and you're in a slump, and you're like, oh, congratulations, I'm thrilled for you. You know, underneath you're thinking the big show off. You know, I don't care if I make any money. I don't want to be a top producer. Look at that person's desk. File folders wrapped around their body. 25 million people on hold. Prospects in the parking lot. I'd say, oh, thank you so much. If you get a chance, drop me a note. Would I ever get it? No. There was no passion in the communication. The stakes were not high enough. Good communication with a pure intention has to have high stakes to get results. So this one night when I was feeling more confident because I was getting more business, and as you get better, your confidence builds and you're getting more feedback, I came out spontaneously with the urgency dialogue. They said, Kennedy, you did a great job. I said, I have an urgent request. Write this down because it's now become a prepared monologue in many people's repertoire. I have an urgent request. Now, what's powerful about that statement? One word, urgent. It can't be, oh, if you get a chance. You see what I mean? I have an urgent request. Can you put your comments about me and my company or our transaction in writing in the next 24 hours? Where's the power there? Deadlines. We live in a deadline society. You can go to the ATM down the hall and have cash in a split second. If Domino's Pizza does not get you your pizza in 30 minutes, you get a free one. We talked about speed this morning. Speed is important. So I have an urgent request. Can you put your comments about me in writing in the next 24? Because it's high-stakes communication, and if they say, what's the rush, then you have to retort with, I go out on job interviews every day. Who would ever go out on a job interview without a reference letter?